Okay, this video has been a very long time coming. I'm so excited that I finally get to share with you all about this device and using it and my results and all that sort of thing. So stick around. So the device has a really long name, so I'm going to read it from their website. So this is the BioPen T6 by drpen, professional radio frequency skin tightening and lifting device. So the device obviously says a lot of what it claims to do in the name, but in this video I'm going to talk to you a lot more about the technology, all of the claims that they claim it can do, and how to use the device and share with you my results from using it. Welcome to the Skin Code by Cody, where I talk about all things skincare, beauty devices, wellness, professional in-clinic treatments. So if that's something you're interested in, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and share it with any other beauty-minded friends of yours. Okay, so the first thing I need to address with this device is this is a professional device designed to be used by professionals within the beauty industry, such as an esthetician and that sort of thing. So ultimately, after watching this video, if you do decide you want to buy this device, you can buy it from the drpen website. So it is readily available on the website. My suggestion would be to reach out to drpen directly, maybe share with them a little bit about yourself and what you want to use the device for, just to check with them that they think it's safe and okay for you to use at home. As always, if you've already done your research and know what you want to buy, whether it's this device or something else from the drpen website, I'll include my affiliate details in the description below. So regardless what you're buying, you'll receive a bit of a discount. As this is a professional device, that's really why I was so excited to get my hands on it and be able to use it at home myself, so that I could really, for someone, whoever you are, if you're a bit of a skincare junkie and you're really wanting to look after your skin, what's more exciting than having a very powerful professional machine at home that you can access whenever you like? So that's why I was so keen to start using it. Okay, let's talk about the technology, because that's really what it's about, especially when you're talking about a professional machine. I am going to be reading a little bit from the website, so bear with me. So firstly, it has fusion radio frequency, 1 megahertz. It says the BioPen T6 uses safe, low-frequency electromagnetic waves to generate heat. This heat penetrates deep into the layers of your skin, stimulating the production of new skin cells, which helps in the regeneration of your skin. As a result, sagging skin regains its firmness and texture, right? And that's really what we want. If I'm 40 years old, of course, as we get older, we start to show the signs of aging. I've noticed some drooping and sagging in my skin. So that's really what I was keen to see, what results I could achieve with this device. Okay, so the next piece of technology that this device uses is EMS, so electrical muscle stimulation. This technology uses electrical impulses to stimulate your muscles directly, helping create quick muscle movement that gives you a toned and lifted appearance. In addition, EMS electroporation, I'm sure I'm saying that incorrectly, promotes skincare nutrient absorption deep into the skin tissue. Okay, so really helping the ingredients from the skincare penetrate deeply into the dermis. The last thing is blue light therapy. So there are 12 light diodes, 455 nanometers. So this is low-level blue light therapy to detox the skin, improve skin texture, improve enlarged pores, skin congestion and sunspots and scars caused by acne. Okay, I have mentioned this in other videos. I do have some very minor acne scarring on the lower part of my cheek. I do sometimes still get pimples and acne from time to time. So, there's a range of treatments I've tried over the years that have helped to reduce that. But blue light therapy is a great way to help that, as well as, there's all sorts of lasers and other treatments that can really help treat acne scarring. But it's great that this device has that blue light therapy, which can also help support that treatment. Okay, so now that we've covered off the technology that's involved in this device, now we can talk a little bit about the claims. So some of those have already been addressed. As you can see in the name of the device and in the description of the technology, it talks a lot about treating sagging skin, droopy skin, and firming the skin, that sort of stuff. So that's really, I guess, the main focus of the device. However, any technology that does induce the production of elastin and collagen, that will really help treat anything from, fine lines, wrinkles, some skin discoloration, all of that sort of stuff. So plus then you've also got your reducing the appearance of pores. I speak about this a lot, but pore size is genetic. It's in your DNA. You cannot change this. But what you can do with skin treatments is you can make the appearance of the pores appear smaller if you do keep your skin very healthy. So it's also great to know that it can treat things like acne, scarring, and that sort of thing. So this is a very well-rounded device. It really targets almost all skin concerns using that different technology. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky, but I am going to do my best to show you how to use the device, and I'm going to show you the device itself. So this is basically the base of the device. You can just see the screen there. And you've also got the treatment head. Now, the device does require power. As I said, this is a professional device, so of course it's going to need to be plugged into the wall. And you've also got this lead that runs from the treatment head back to the base device. Now, when setting it up, so you've got your radio frequency. It may be quite difficult to see on camera here, but up here you do have a button where you can activate the blue light. So you can see on the treatment head, that does turn the blue light on. Then you can change the speed and the direction of these little heads here. So I'm going to turn them on just to show you what it looks like with the moving. Now, this is purely for massage. So I find this really effective to help with lymphatic drainage when doing a treatment. So you don't have to have the heads move. You can have them not moving at all. That's totally up to you. With the radio frequency, there are 5 different levels here. So the radio frequency option is down the bottom part of the screen. So you just press play. I'm starting it on level 1. I'm not going to actually be giving myself a treatment because it's the middle of the day and I have sunscreen on, but really you just use a conductive gel, so an aloe vera gel, any basic conductive gel that you can get from the chemist, and you just really, just like any radio frequency device, you just move it in small circles. You will feel that heat generate, and again, because there are the 5 levels, you can increase that over time as you get more comfortable with it. And then as you find that area has sufficiently heated up, you can move on to the next part of the face and then move around until you complete the treatment. So I'm going to stop that spinning for a second. I'm going to turn the radio frequency off. The other option down here, you might just be able to see there's EMS in this corner. So I'm going to switch it to EMS. And again, you can make those little things spin or not spin. That's totally up to you. You press play to start the EMS. And again, you can set the level. So you can start off on level 1 and then work your way up as you're comfortable with the treatment. And again, conductive gel, whenever I'm doing kind of radio frequency or EMS treatments, I always use a lot of conductive gel. I don't like that tingling feeling you can get from EMS sometimes if you don't use enough. And it's really important that when you are doing the treatment, you just keep the treatment head moving. You never, ever, ever stop. So especially with a device as powerful as this, don't be sitting on your phone or watching TV or doing anything too distracting while doing it. You really do need to focus on the treatment and just make sure that you are really moving that around the face, right? So I'm going to turn that off. That's basically how you use the device. So that will give you, while you're doing the treatment, because that blue light's on, you'll be getting the impacts of the treatment of the blue light therapy. And it's up to you. You can either do the radio frequency first, followed by the EMS. You can just do one or the other. You can switch that order, totally up to you. And as I mentioned, these spinning little diodes, it's up to you again if you want them to move or to stay still. But I do like it because I do get a little puffiness up in the top half of my cheeks. So I like to really, that gentle massage of just moving that around, I find helps depuff my face. The other really important factor here to take into consideration is the frequency of use. So Dr. Penn advised that you use the device 1 to 2 times per week, and it's about 10 to 15 minutes for a treatment. So it is really, really quick. It's just really important to schedule that in so that you are being consistent. As I always say, it doesn't matter what beauty device that you buy or what skincare you buy, nothing is going to work from your bathroom drawer. So if you're not going to invest in the time of using the product, using the device, then you're not going to see the results. So really take that into consideration and have a plan. You know, plan ahead, what day, what time, when are you going to use the device, just so that you get the most out of it and you can really see those results. Now, speaking of results, so I've been using this device for about 5 months now. I do use it 2 times a week. I do use a good combination of radio frequency. I usually use radio frequency first with the blue light on, followed by the EMS, because I want to do everything I can to keep my skin lifted and as tight as I possibly can. And that is exactly what I've seen. So I've seen a fantastic improvement. I talk a lot about this area, but it is because it is a focus area of mine. But definitely this part just down here, just below the corners of my mouth and just outward of my mouth here. You know, if I do a really big smile, I do have an asymmetrical crooked smile. So this side of my face, I do get these lines here, more so on this side of my face than this side. So I'm always looking to really address that side of my face and thicken that skin as much as I possibly can. And I've seen exceptional results using this device. I've seen that improve. I've seen that tighten. It does look a little bit lifted. So I couldn't be happier with that aspect of it. As I mentioned earlier, I love the massage, those diodes spinning, massaging the face really effectively. And of course I use enough gel so it's not pulling, it's, you know, just gliding over the skin. I love that effect. I also love a radio frequency treatment where it is giving you that warm sensation, right? Because that increased circulation and blood flow is what really makes our skin healthy. So I've really improved overall. I've kind of seen like a really great improvement to the texture of my skin as well as some fine lines and wrinkles. You know, I've got wrinkles here and there over my face, so under my eyes and my forehead mostly. I've been really happy with the reduction that I've seen there. So again, it's, you know, 2 times a week is what I'm using it. So it's not a huge amount of time, but it is a time commitment. But I'm ecstatic with the results, and I'm so excited that, you know, I've finally found a device that can really help with the tightening and lifting of my skin. Another really important thing that I wanted to mention first, and again, I'm taking this from their website, this is a professional device, right? So you've really got to take this seriously. You know, it is not recommended for people with epilepsy, heart conditions, tumors, cancer, excessive fillings or bridge work, recent Botox or fillers, pacemakers, metal plates or pins, pregnant or planning for pregnancy. All jewelry will need to be removed for treatment. Now, I'm really lucky. I actually didn't know that until just now, but I don't wear jewelry really very, very rarely anyway. But that is really important to take into consideration. Obviously, I've spoken a lot about it before. I do get Dysport. I do get PRF, so platelet-rich fibrin injections. So I would never use a device like this around those treatments. I always leave it at least 2 weeks. But again, always check with your injector before doing anything like that. And I strongly suggest reaching out to Dr. Penn directly and get their expert advice advice before making the decision, just to make sure it's suitable for you. You want to make sure that this is definitely the right device for you. And, you know, if you've got some bridge work or some dental work and you want to check that that's all okay, I would certainly look into that first. Okay, so there you have it. That's my overall review. One thing I will call out, I want to be very, very clear. I have been so impressed with the results that I've received from this device. I will absolutely be continuing with this treatment and remain very consistent. I really want to see how far these results can take me, and I obviously want to maintain that over a period of time, so I'll definitely continue using it. But again, if you do want to buy the device or buy anything else from drpen, I've included those affiliate details below, so you're welcome to use those to get a bit of a discount. If you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel. Please share it with friends if you have other some friends interested in this sort of thing as well. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.